Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Lights, Camera, Pop. This is number 14. 1413, followed by, something like that. I'm your host, Rich, and with me, as always,
It's me, your boy Mike. How's everybody doing?
hope everybody's doing well this week. It has been a beautiful week, actually. I'm pretty excited about it. I've been feeling good. Work's been smooth lately, and for our the upcoming holiday weekend, it was not very hectic and chaotic, which is kind of nice.
That's always a plus.
Yeah. How was your week?
We're actually still real slow right now, so it really has been pretty nice, to be honest with you. So I
What
really
determines what
can't
determines
complain
your
about
busy
work.
season? Like what determines your busy time of year for you guys?
Okay, it's odd because like I said, I work in gas and oil, so um we're very up and down. It's like I work in a roller coaster,
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of times, like I know we avoid this, but a lot of times it deals with politics. So like during the election season, you know, we slowed down a lot because people were afraid certain parties gets in, and then like that slows the gas and oil. And if another party gets in, that ramps up gas and oil. So what happens is a lot of times during the election cycles, the big companies that like the drilling companies and the producers and stuff like that will start to like kind of pull back a little bit because they don't want to spend a lot of money to see where the chips are going to fall. But like right now, usually the summertime we're usually balls out and like just like running 100 like 100 miles an hour. But right now, for some reason, we're just a little slow. Um, like I said, things ebb and flow all the time.
Okay.
More than most likely, we're thinking probably next month we're going to pick up. There's a lot of stuff that's like getting ready to get drilled and come back online and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
So we probably will start to go back up to 10, 12, 15, 18 hour work days again.
Nice. Well, being that you had just gone back to work, maybe it makes it a lot easier for you to get reacclimated into it,
Oh yeah,
having being in a
100%.
slow
And like
period.
I'm still on quote unquote light duty, so I do like a lot of paperwork stuff, which is nice because I'm getting caught up on a lot of like NDE paperwork
Yeah.
and a lot of like just like back trainings and quest tests and different things like that that I got to do. And then
Oh,
they have me doing kind of like busy work. Um, like I'm doing a lot of like just like refurbishing equipment and doing different things like that that like doesn't have a lot of weight to it. So like, because I'm not technically allowed to lift anything past like 10 pounds with my right hand right now. So for the next 4 weeks. So after that, hopefully I'll get signed off and I'll be back to my usually my normally scheduled programming, if you will.
hmm. Yeah,
So it's not
nice.
too bad. Then we did have like I do okay. I just want to throw this out here real fast. This is going to be a little odder than we do. We had at work, and this is for men in general. Okay, guys, listen. I know we're supposed to be tough. I know we're supposed to be like these like hardcore guys, and we don't show our emotions. We don't do anything. But listen, if you guys are depressed, if you guys are not feeling well, if you have to talk to somebody, suck it up. Talk to your wives, talk to your girlfriends, talk to your family. If you have to go to therapy, talk to a therapist. Get your problems out, guys. Like we just had a guy commit suicide at work, and we had
Man.
a bit of a wake for him. We had not a bit. We had a wake for him
Hmm.
yesterday, and
I remember you texting me and telling me about all this.
yeah. So like, I'm sick of like like people saying like you're a man, just suck it up. Yes, we're men, but we also have feelings, guys. Okay,
Yeah, for
like I'm not
sure.
saying like be a girl about things, but I am saying like don't bottle up, guys. Like seriously, I would rather you talk to me than have to go to your funeral. All right. And that goes for anybody. And I'm sure your friends, family, relatives, whoever, nobody wants to go through that. Remember, just do what you need to do, guys. All right, sorry about that. I know
No,
that kind of like
I
a Debbie
listen.
Downer
I
thing, but
100% don't feel that there is anything wrong with saying anything about that because, like, it's true. I mean, yeah, we talk about like entertainment and stuff like that, but I mean, like you said, everybody has feelings and stuff. So there is nothing wrong with us bringing it because it's a sad situation all around, and it affects
yes,
everybody.
we all need help at times. We all need help at times.
And I've always hated that cliche of like, "Oh, you're a man, just suck it up." Like, I mean, I get it. Like, sure. I mean, depending on the situation. I mean, the moment I think that you should really start to question whether or not you should talk to somebody. I mean, yeah, you stub your toe or you ran out of ketchup to put on your hamburger. I mean, that's one thing. But like, if you're starting to feel alone and you feel like you're in a hole and you can't climb out of, that's when I think it's time you need to start thinking like maybe I need to speak to somebody.
Exactly right. Exactly right. You know, remember, man,
Everything has
like
its
doing
limitations.
stuff like that, it is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Yep, exactly. Um, but yeah, definitely, I can't agree with you more on that.
I know we go off on tangents, but that was one that I've been kind of bottling up for a while now, and I just wanted to get that out there
No,
because
I'm glad
trust
you
me,
did.
guys, we it's time for us to it's time for us men to like realize that like yeah we can't bottle everything up. You know what I mean?
Right.
So talk to people. You know what I mean? Like even other guys, yeah, we might make fun of each other, but deep down inside, like we all nobody wants to have something bad happen to each other.
Yeah, of
All
course.
right.
It just depends on again that situation and stuff like that. But
Right.
I agree with you. Um, did you watch anything this week? Did you do anything? Uh,
I watched a lot of weird stuff this week, to be honest with you.
I like weird stuff. What'd you watch?
Um, okay, like,
Oh God,
where's it at? The one thing that I did watch was, do you remember the Delphi murders by any chance? Did you ever hear anything about this?
why does it sound familiar? Delphi. It sounds familiar.
Okay, like in Indiana, a few years, probably like almost 20 years ago or so now, there were two little girls that were murdered in
Yes,
Delphi, Indiana.
yes. And they
Okay.
were on the train tracks or whatever.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, and they
Okay.
just put out a new documentary, um, about the Delphi murders, and they actually made an arrest finally. So, and it's not looking like the guy who they arrested is the possibly the guy who committed these heinous acts. But I watched that, and that was actually a really interesting documentary. It's on Hulu. I do recommend that.
I'm gonna have to check it out
Um,
because that's a story. There's very few stories that when it comes out like that. I'm actually kind of glad that we're you brought this up. It's actually kind of funny because it's going to lead into something like a little bit of news
okay.
that came up the other day on Wednesday. But there are very few headline stories that like really has me captivated and watch a lot of like so that was one of them and I knew it sounded familiar and so that was one of them. Another was that the Doomsday Cult, the Lori Vallow, that was another one
Yeah,
that I followed
yeah, that was a
pretty
weird
heavily.
one.
And as of recently the four college students
Oh
that
yeah, yeah,
that was murdered allegedly. I mean he pretty much admitted to it though, but
yeah. He did it.
yeah, and he was like a criminal justice major, and it was just pretty.
Graduate school. He was doing his PhD.
Yeah, how insane is that? But so yeah, that's I'm gonna have to check that out. I would definitely like to watch into that. I know they just released the trailer for Devil in Disguise about John Wayne Gacy coming on Peacock.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah,
Another
that
thing that I watched that was really really cool was, did you ever hear of Ruby Red Handed?
no doesn't
Watch
sound
that.
Ruby Red
Like,
Handed.
yeah, it's about the theft of the ruby slippers from Wizard of Oz.
Oh my God, no, I've never
Yeah,
heard of this.
there were four slippers made for the movie, okay, and then two of them are in museums, and then two of them are in private hands. And one of them that were in private hands was on display at a big Wizard of Oz convention that they do every year up in Minnesota,
Hmm.
and it was stolen like 10 years ago. These slippers were stolen like maybe 14, 15 years ago, maybe. Um, and it was all about like the slippers that were ripped off during them being on display. And I'm not going to do any spoilers, but it was very, very cool, and it was really interesting. And I know it just sounds weird, but yeah, definitely watch it. But the slippers ended up coming back. Okay, they ended up finding them, and then the slippers recently auctioned at a memorabilia auction in, I want to say, Texas. And how much do you think they went for?
Oh. Um.
Now, mind you, Marilyn Monroe's dress, the infamous dress where she's like holding it down over the grate, that major iconic dress went for a little over $5 million. Okay, so what do you think these red slippers went for?
Well, I know I've recently seen an auction as well for Darth Vader's screen used lightsaber,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was going upwards of three. So the Ruby Reds, I mean, that was what, 1941, and that was like the first color movie that it came out. I'm gonna say probably upwards about 15 mil.
$24 million.
Like, mm,
It holds the record now as the most expensive movie item ever sold.
that's wild. That's wild to me, just because of the
The
fact.
auction the auction estimates were only at 1.5.
Jesus. Like that's wild to me because like who has that kind of money? First of all, I mean, what do they accept affirm payments?
Right.
I don't
Can
get
I do
it.
this? Can I do this in paying for?
Right.
You know?
Oh dear lord, no credit checks? Awesome. Let me
Right.
get those. I can't like begin to fathom the idea of having $24 million. And obviously whoever is buying it has to have a lot more than that
Oh yeah. You had to
because
drop 24 mil
yeah,
on a pair of.
and something you're never going to wear. I'm sure
No.
whoever bought it is not going to put it on and look in the mirror and go, "Oh, I feel so pretty."
Right.
I can't see that. So like, yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel like weird about dropping $15 on a Funko Pop or something, but 24 on a pair of slippers is just wild.
Yeah,
I
that's mind
I
boggling to
remember when
me.
I was working for a copier company down in Pittsburgh, and I'd never asked the guy how he got it. And I would like to have heard the story, but I cannot remember which building. I can't remember the name of the building, but you've probably seen it. It's a big yellow stone building. It has a stone, cobblestone parking lot that you can't, it's right before you go toward the strip district.
I know what
And
you're talking about. Yeah.
well, in that building, there was a business that I put a copier in, networked his computer and everything, and he had the screen worn costume. Can you say costume, outfit, clothing? I guess I don't know. The screen used costume of Gene Wilder's from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory,
Oh
and
no way.
and he had one of the original golden tickets signed by Gene Wilder.
Oh, that's even cooler.
And he had it
Well,
all on display. And I have a picture of it somewhere. It might be on like Instagram from years ago. Um, but yeah, that was just mind boggling. And I think he said he did win it in an auction.
that's
But I
wild.
never got really too much into detail about it.
Well, you said earlier that Wizard of Oz was the first color movie. Actually, it's not. I thought it was too. I was always under the impression that that was the first colored movie. That's not, because like when I watched that Ruby Red Handed, they talked about that. They said everyone believes that The Wizard of Oz is the first color movie. There was a couple that were before it, but it's considered the first important colored movie. Because there was like some Technicolor stuff that came out before it, and there was some stuff where, but like I thought that was kind of interesting. But I just wanted to say, because like some nerd's going to be on the thing being like, that's technically not, as we get like a million emails. So I
Oh,
just
so
want
you know what? And
to.
it's funny because I just did a quick Google as you were saying it. The first commercially the first commercially available full color natural film was the British short film A Visit to the Seaside in 1908.
That's it. Yeah.
Wow.
No. Okay, but Wizard of Oz is going to come up later on in our in this podcast because of our main topic that we're going to talk
Yeah.
about later.
And as before we
So
get to that, I do want to say too that just part of a little bit of news we were swinging back around. Did you see the first posters for Netflix's Monster series?
yes.
The Ed Gein story. Ed Gein story. What do you think of Ryan Murphy's like takes on the infamous killers?
Okay.
Because
Now
these killers
I
have been um, they've been commercialized into basically real life
commodities.
versions of Dracula, Frankenstein. I mean, they're just as, dare I say, iconic. And I don't mean that in like a positive way, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I agree
They're
with you
just
100%.
as iconic and well known as what the fictional character monsters
If
are.
not more, to be dead honest with you, if not more, because with today's fascination on true crime, I think that almost eclipses the the original Universal monsters types of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, you have and there's a handful of podcasts about like what we do, like pop culture ish movies, comic books, TVs that talk about those type of things. But there are countless true crimes,
Mhm.
countless true crimes. You put on YouTube countless true crimes, and they all talk about the same people over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Like you have like your Albert Fishes, you have your Jeffrey Dahmers, you have your, you know what I mean, like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, these guys have become almost like mythical. You know what I mean? In the pantheon of American pop culture or world pop culture.
Right. I agree. But so, like, looking at these though, what do you think? What do you think of them? Like, do you have you watched Dahmer?
I
The,
watched Dahmer. Yes,
mhm.
I did. I watched Dahmer. To be honest, I think they're done well.
They're
Like I
done well.
liked them. And I am looking forward to the Ed Gein
Oh,
one.
I am too.
Even
And
though, like, I'm sorry, man, but what's his name? Hoon, however you
Charlie
pronounce his
Hunnam,
name, Hunnam, whatever. Jax.
Jax. Yeah, that's
um, yeah, he's not. He doesn't look anything close to what freaking Gein looked like.
no, no, not at all. Now, do you think that's a problem? And this is
I
what where
do.
I'm kind of getting at
I
because
do. I do. I believe that's like. I believe like. I like Hoon. Like I said, like I really enjoyed Sons of Anarchy, and I've seen him in some other stuff here and there.
Pacific
So I
Rim.
mean, he's a good actor.
Yeah,
But let's face it, man. He's too good looking.
exactly. And that same, I feel almost that fell into the same category as, oh Jesus, why is his name escaping me? The kid Evan Peters who played Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right.
You know,
I mean, he did. He was much better looking than Dahmer, but he still kind of had Dahmerish looks to him,
they
like the
gave him the hair.
skinnier,
Yeah,
like all
they
that sort of stuff.
yeah,
Where Hoon looks nothing like you're like, like I hate to say it, but it's like taking like Steve Buscemi and trying to pretend like he's Thor. Like it's not no like
uh,
Dahmer Dahmer wasn't like the best looking guy, but he was normal looking. Where Ed Gein was like a backwoods, not that intelligent redneck that had no. He was not remotely good looking. Where Hoon could play fucking Thor.
right. I would be so down
Okay.
for that too. But yeah,
Sorry
I
for
kind of.
cursing. I don't like the curse on here, but still.
I mean, but of course we're on a platform that we can, so it's okay.
Right.
Um, yeah, I agree. I think that it is. I think that it's teasing and playing with the emotional sexual fantasy of the characters or of the people themselves.
Agreed.
And I don't think that's like a good look to be like doing on this. Like I know everyone's gonna have their like their Reddit and their fan stories or whatever. But like, why do you have to put an image and commercialize it? Because it just, and I'm not trying to sound like a prude. I'm not at all. Um,
No, I get it.
but it
But then
just,
again,
it's
like,
so
let's think about
weird.
this. This is not anything unusual. In all honesty, it's really not. Like, if you ever go back and you watch, like, I don't know, like Mysteries of the Unknown, or like any of those, anything on TV where they talk about, like, like serial killers or rapists or this or that the other. So whenever they're trying to talk about them, like, they'll show, like, they'll do like the reenactments, and they'll have like the person that's like the serial killer, or the whatever, no matter who it is in there, they'll have them all like hot, good-looking men and women, and then when they show the actual people, you're just like, wow, that person should live under a bridge. You know, like, it's, I get it. It's TV. TV has to have the pretty people on it. But still, at least like when they made Monster, the Eileen Wuornos thing, at least they made Charlize Theron look like a monster. You know
Yes.
what I mean? But they should have just went and cast an ugly person. But no, they had to have a pretty person and make them look ugly. But at least, they did that. They didn't have it as,
How do
like,
you
have
approach
Eileen or Wuornos look like freaking Charlene Theron.
how do
Uh,
you approach somebody for casting a movie like that and be like, yeah, we found you quite unattractive, so quite unattractive. So would you like to be in a movie about an unattractive killer?
yeah, really. Excuse me, ma'am. You're quite hideous. Would you like to be in our movie?
You look like Quasimodo. We would like
Yeah.
to cast you in Hunchback of Notre Dame.
You actually scare children as you walk by. Would you? You know.
Oh God.
But
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up. And again, I'm gonna say, like, I'm a fan of Charlie Hunnam's. I think he's
I
a
am too. Again,
fantastic
I
actor. I
am
think
too.
he's
And I'm really looking forward to it. And I think he's going to nail the part, as an on an acting level, but on a
yes.
visual level. Unless they make him look hideous, I'm not buying it, guys.
Nope.
I've read. Oh, and I do got a funny. Let me tell you this real quick. I do have a funny Ed Gein story.
Okay.
Okay. Now this, like, this is, I was in high school. All right, and I was reading the book on Ed Gein. Okay, like the autobiography about Ed Gein, and a friend of mine let me borrow it, and they're like, "You have to read this book. It's creepy as shit. You're gonna enjoy it. Really cool. Blah blah blah." And at the same time, Slayer released their record "Season in the Abyss." Okay, and there's a song on there called "Dead Skin Mask," and Dead Skin, and so I'm in my bedroom at like 2 in the morning, and my parent, it was on a weekend, and my parents went away up to the Poconos for a little weekend getaway. So I'm by myself, all right, in my room, and I'm reading this book, and I had on headphones. Now, this is back in the Walkman days. So I had on headphones, and I'm listening to the new Slayer record. I'm all excited. New Slayer's out. I'm listening to it. And all of a sudden, Dead Skin Mask comes on, and I'm reading the book. And in that song, you hear this girl go, "Hello, hello, Mr. Geen." I was like, ah! I like threw the tape deck and the book across the room. I didn't even go back to it for like a week.
Oh my God.
I was like, it scared the living hell out of me for like.
I did that one time. I did that myself one time. It was the first time I was watching Insidious, and nobody else wanted to watch it, so I had it on my laptop, and I had it playing. I had my headphones in, and I'm really involved in it, and I'm looking at the screen, and all of a sudden there was just like, it wasn't even. I don't even understand why it like made me jump, but because it wasn't even a jump scare, it just kind of happened. And all of a sudden, like, I'm into it, and I see a shadow of the villain, the entity, in the
Okay.
baby's room in Insidious, and it just hit me all at once. And my headphones, I just grabbed them by the ears and threw them, and it just like I was like, holy shit! Like, I've never done that before.
Yeah, I've
Um,
never done that before, and I've never done it since. But
yeah.
man, that literally scared the snot out of me for like literally like 2 days. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not listening to that TV, and I'm not reading that book for like till my parents get.
Oh shit!
And I consider myself a tough dude. All right,
Yeah,
but that was funny.
that's hilarious. And also just a few shout outs too. Big shout out to Joe Augustine, reached out to me talking. He was a guest on our Aussie show, and we all went to college together. And he's talking about, he was messaging me about doing his own podcast. I was like,
Yep,
do it.
he reached out to me as well, and I told him, I was like, the best person to talk to would be you. I was like, I was like, he's the wizard behind the curtain for the most part for us.
Oh, I
So
I disagree with that. I mean, I appreciate the boost of uh, confidence there, but yeah, I just do it. It's just weird because I just throw things together and just kind of hope it works.
you've been
Um,
doing it for longer than I have. Like, obviously, this is like my only real podcast that I've ever really done. But like, I mean, like you did like the
right,
horror of it all and everything like that. So I mean, like you have like your feet have been in the water much longer than I have. And then let's face it, you're the one that really takes care of like the technical end right now until I kind of learn how to do it.
right.
And I will do an announcement now. You know how Rich here kills it with the horror of it all. Um, I myself am probably going to be doing one of our how he does a little half hour 45-minute horror of it alls. I'll be adding something to that. I'll be doing my own little half hour 45-minute show probably in the beginning of the new year. Give me a little bit of time to get things settled with my personal life, with everything going on with my job and stuff like that, and find the time to be able to do it. And it's going to be more centered around the paranormal crap, not really comics or anything like that. It's going to probably be more of like the weirdy, sciency, don't whistle in the woods, like and all that sort of stuff.
I love
So
that idea. And it's because it's nothing like the horror show that I do, to where mine's all entertainment and fiction for the most part. But and yours is like based on, like you said, fact and science and everything, and
yeah,
real life happenings.
yeah, like I want to. I'm really going to try to concentrate on like a lot of stuff for Pennsylvania. I wanted to do the original shows like all just around Pennsylvania, but now I'm thinking it'll be focused on like the paranormal, but probably about 65% will be like PA type of stuff,
Yeah,
just because like to shine a light on our state. Um, but there'll be other things as well, just because I mean, like I want to talk about like CERN and like time shifts, and I'll talk about stuff like the Mandela effect and different things like that. So,
I think
and
that.
I'm sure you and I are going to talk about that on our regular show as well. Just to we talk about horror and paranormal and all
Oh,
kind of
for
cool things
sure.
anyway. So,
Yeah, definitely for sure. And I love that idea. I love that concept. And you know what's the best thing about you saying it right now?
hmm.
It's on record. Now you got to do it. So
Right now I'm like boxed in.
listen,
You know,
and right before we get into the whole the rest of our show, another thing that's been up and coming for a while is I finally have a deadline for Skin Deep. It is the short film that I wrote, and I have a deadline for it. And big shout out to Steve Uncle Creepy Barton, previous guest on the show. And he was the founder and creator of Dread Central. He was the executive producer of Terrifier 2. Currently has a book out as well. And I tell you what, like they're doing a horror fest, and when he gave the deadline for September 15th, I'm like, oh shit, I want to get involved in this. So I started hitting hard. I've been working on the shot list and everything. Uh, Talked to the tattoo shop. They're down. They're just waiting for them to get back to me with the schedule. My actors are good.
that's
So
fantastic.
yeah,
And
everything's
just like me, you just kind of boxed yourself in, man.
yeah. And you know what? And the way I see it is, I've been listening to a lot of there's a podcast that I listen to, uh, the Tim Ferriss show, and really
Okay.
I only listen to one episode, and I've probably listened to this episode within the past month probably about 16 times.
Oh
Like
wow.
sometimes I just put it in reverse or in replay, and it has Robert Rodriguez, who did the mariachi films
Right.
and the faculty, stuff like that. And like he is 100% inspirational. and it's been like really resonating with me a lot. And that's the story that I posted the other day on Instagram, where it said, um, if you need motivation, just set the bridge on fire and just start running. Just get it done. And that's kind of where it came from, because that is some good advice, because a lot of people just kind of drag their feet. And I've done it. I've been doing it. And it's like,
We all do it, though.
yeah,
That's just it. We all do it. That's human nature.
yeah,
You know,
and just some other things too that he had said on this is like, don't focus on what you have, focus on what you do have, because a lot of people, they focus on the negative and all the stuff. Well, I could have this or I could have that. Well, you do have this, but you just don't know how to use it. And sometimes the only way across the river is just to slip on a few rocks. So
exactly
that's
right. Look, man. I mean, have you ever heard of the movie? And I'm not joking. Called Velociraptor.
yeah.
I mean, like
Absolutely.
if Velociraptor can get done, then you can do yours.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about getting this finally done.
I
Um,
am proud of you, and I
I
hope you get it done.
appreciate
And if
it.
you need help, just let me know.
I appreciate it. It's been a long time coming, and just two other shout outs. Mike Marcus, I've been messaging with him. We're gonna get him on the show. You got to meet Mike,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I met
he said
Mike.
he enjoyed talking to you. Tell me a little bit about Mike.
I met him at the Spooky Show, the Spooky Fest a couple of weeks ago. He is a local writer, and he has basically the stuff that he did that I saw was like a lot of his short story work,
Mm-hmm.
and he does everything from like horror to sci-fi to like lots of neat stuff. So I'm looking forward to talking to him. I reached out to a nurse as well. I haven't really heard back from her. Have you heard from her yet?
No, I have not actually reached out to
Okay.
her yet. I've been kind of,
Okay,
like I
I
said,
know she's been super busy,
yeah.
so I follow her on Instagram. She's another local writer, and she does really cool vampire stuff. So that'll be a pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, and
But yeah, Mike is a super nice guy.
he really
I've talked
is.
to him a couple of times through the internet, and he actually likes our show. He listens to it, and he was just like,
That's what he
he's
was
like, yeah, I
telling
want to
me.
be on. So I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's currently, and I hope he's having an absolute blast right now, because he's down in Orlando right now at Halloween Horror Nights,
Oh man,
and I'm
I wish
so
I were
jealous
there.
because I have been always wanting to go to that, and one of these days I'm gonna make it.
Yeah,
And
someday I'll make it, but as of right now, I'm not going to be anytime soon. I got way too much crap going on in my life for that.
yeah, right. And another cat and group is To Die For, metalcore music group.
Oh, cool.
I tell you what, these dudes are killing it right now. They have two singles out. The first one, 6 feet, and they just released a music video for their new track, A Devil Inside. And
Nice.
this one here is actually going to be featured in the upcoming movie The Fetus, which is coming out on digital September 9th. Look at that, two plugs all in one. And this
Oh, well,
music
I got one for us as well. But
Okay,
go
cool.
ahead.
This music video, uh, act, A Devil Inside, actually acts as a prequel to the um, what the fetus is. So it's super awesome and they got it premiered on bloodydisgusting.com. So big shout out
Nice.
to these guys, and make sure you check out To Die For on Spotify, and check out their music video over on bloodydisgusting.com.
And I have you ever heard of a band called the Jasons?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Okay, they're also the singer for the Jasons and a couple other guys also have another band that they do called Lord Humongous.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and I was just talking to those guys Friday because Lord Humongous played with DRI down at 123 Pleasant Street. So I'm going to talk about having the singer for Jason and Lord Humongous on here to talk about comic books because he's a big comic
Oh,
book nerd.
that would be so amazing. I really like
So
the Jasons,
so
and
yeah,
I've listened to
so
them a lot, and
probably have probably have those guys one of those guys on pretty soon as well.
I like that
So
idea. I definitely like that idea. So when talking to Mike, he had mentioned about two Stephen King movies coming out this year. One was called The Long Walk, which, have you seen The Long Walk? The preview for it?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No,
so
I
real
haven't.
quick concept of The Long Walk is you have a walk. That's what it is. It's a long walk, and people just volunteer to walk. They have to walk no slower than 3 miles per hour, and there's no finish line. And the winner gets a shit ton of money. But if you fall beneath the guidelines and you stop walking, they shoot you. And so it's kind
Interesting.
of like a wild movie, and it was a Stephen King movie. Well, Richard Bachman
Yeah.
under that novella name. But the other one that's coming out is a remake to The Running Man with
Yep,
Glenn Powell,
I know.
and it looks absolutely amazing. And now, of course, we grew up with Arnie Schwarzenegger's and Paul Glasser's Running Man. And while that was a great movie, well, I mean, at the time it was a great movie. I think the rewatch is a little tough, but it's still an entertaining movie. And but this new Running Man with Glenn Powell sticks more closer to the novella. So
Oh, really?
yeah, and because I guess the Arnold Schwarzenegger version is very far removed from what the actual book was. So I'm really excited to see that. But so it got me thinking too, is about remakes, reboots, reimagining, stuff like that. So I wanted to talk about like some of our favorite remakes and movies that shouldn't be remade, worst remakes, and stuff that I'm really surprised that they haven't remade yet.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I mean, and I'm just gonna like as a starter, just to touch on probably one of my favorite remakes of all time. Everybody needs to see this movie, and we've talked about this, and we've talked about this last week too. Is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake?
Hmm.
They shot themselves in the foot by cutting off Leatherface's arm, but aside from that, it is a phenomenal remake. I absolutely love that movie. The story is good. The grittiness matches similar to what the original was, but with a little bit of glam spiced up to it.
To be honest with you, my favorite remake, and it
Mhm.
was what we talked about earlier today, is The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, so when you say the Wizard of Oz remake, tell me about the Wizard of Oz remake.
The original Wizard of Oz was a black and white silent movie that came out about 3 to 4 years before the one that everyone sees.
Okay, see, and I'm going to be honest with you, I never knew that the Judy Garland was a remake.
Yep, it's a remake, and the original one, like the original one's very creepy. Like I've seen it a few times. I actually used to have it on DVD. Um, and it's more of like what nightmares are made out of. So is if you really want to watch, and it's not made to be that way. It's just how it was shot that way because of camera techniques and everything of the time. Um, but yeah, it's really it's not obviously it's not as long.
Sure.
It doesn't have like really good special effects or anything like that. Um, but it's this super creepy, like it has like this real eerie vibe to it.
Hmm.
So it's definitely worth watching. But yeah, like my favorite is the Judy Garland Wizard of Oz. That is my favorite remake of pretty much of all time. Then would probably come Dawn of the Dead would come like another one would be like a really good one, and the new Superman movie. I finally got to see it. I really like it.
Good. But okay, but let me ask you though, when it comes to like Superman, okay,
Mhm.
is that really technically a remake? Because they're actually going back from the literature. They're not technically remaking the Christopher Reeve or the George Reeve series.
That's kind of, the when I was writing my show notes, if you will. I actually did put like a little asterisk next to it
Okay.
because of that. The only reason why I'm considering it a reboot is because they are trying to redo the DC universe. So I'm saying it's a reboot because of the reboot of the DC universe.
Yeah.
So that's my mental gymnastics
See
to
that
say that
definitely
it's
falls under the
a reboot.
reboot category. I definitely love that idea because I feel like a remake is something that they basically try to remake the original material, and a reboot is more of a guideline to start something new.
And all right, now I'm going to go into the worst remake. Right?
Oh,
It's The
please.
Wiz.
With the Jacksons.
As you see, I'm kind of on a motif today. But yeah, I'm gonna say The Wiz because that movie was just bloody well awful. Every like,
But it's
I
well
can't do it.
regarded though.
I know, but it's awful. And I hate to say it, but the Tim Burton Willy Wonka. I thought that was a bad reboot.
Oh,
It follows more. I understand it follows more of the book. It goes more with what it's supposed to be and blah blah blah. But I just couldn't get into it.
see, that's a slippery slope right there. That right there is very challenging to move forward when you're doing these reboots or reimaginings, if you will, because I'll even go back to Hellraiser. Okay, so
Hmm.
you have Clive Barker who did A Hellbound Heart, this novella about a Cenobite with pins in his head or
Right.
in her head, if you will. So in the book, Pinhead was originally a female Cenobite. Then in the 80s, you had the movie that was based off of the book. It became known as a classic. Pinhead was now played by Doug Bradley, a Mel. Then
Hmm.
you had how many countless continuations and sequels to Hellraiser. That's what everybody had grown to know and love. Then Hulu flipped it. They made Pinhead a female and
Female.
made it to a little bit based off of the book. So then now everybody started getting up in arms and pissed about it, saying, "Oh, that's not Pinhead and this and that," but failing to realize that the director and writer of this version based it off of the book and not the original or not the movie content. So a lot of people like got upset about that, and I think that when it comes to that type of remaking of material or rebooting of material, I think it's a slippery slope, and it can 90% probably lead to disaster and failing numbers at the box office.
Yep.
One of my favorite remakes has been actually remade twice before, and I've never seen the original two. I will say that first and foremost, but I do absolutely love this remake. I didn't want to keep only sticking with horror because I do love a lot of horror remakes, but this one here I really do love is A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
Okay.
I love that movie. It is so well done and it's very modernized and it's I don't want to say relatable, but in some aspects it is. And it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Like if you're feeling down, if you're feeling lost and you're feeling alone, and if you have an addiction or anything like that, reach out, talk to somebody because if not, it's going to end in your demise.
Right.
And but yeah, the whole movie is fantastic. One of my worst though, one of my least favorite remakes is the Poltergeist remake because I absolutely have a big love for the original
Oh,
with
the
Craig T.
originals are
Nelson.
amazing.
Yeah, and when they remade it, it was just like, this was just not necessary.
I actually never watched it. I did that on purpose because I didn't want to be let down. So I made a conscious decision to not watch it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. What What else you thinking was one of your favorite remakes?
I really, going back to Tim Burton, I enjoyed his Planet of the Apes remakes.
Yeah, yeah, like with Mark
I
Wahlberg.
thought they were great. I thought they were smart. I thought they looked good. I thought they were well written. I thought they were shot well. I mean, like I really enjoyed them. So yeah, I think those were excellent. I really enjoyed those remakes.
I really did like that one too. It was not well received, but
No,
I
it
thought
wasn't,
Mark
but it was
Wahlberg
good.
was good in that movie. I like Mark Wahlberg as an actor.
Me too.
Yeah, I think he's pretty good. And I think even Michael Clark Duncan was one of the apes in the movie.
Hmm.
And anything with Michael Clark Duncan in it is great.
Oh yeah,
Um, but I couldn't agree with you more. I think Planet of the Apes was definitely a good
and
remake.
I'm really liking the new Ghostbusters. Like
See,
the new Ghostbusters, the new reboots of the Ghostbusters.
yeah, that is
I
definitely a
like that
reboot.
they have the original, some of the original cast do
Hmm.
that are in it. Now I'm not going to touch the women one. I didn't like it, just like everyone else did. I didn't think it was this horrific piece of crap that everyone thought it was, but I didn't think it was good either.
Yeah.
I literally thought it was just. I think the way my personal take on the all-female Ghostbusters was they were just like, all right, let's throw it against the wall and see if it sticks,
Hmm.
and it just didn't stick.
I think with that movie right there, I think that movie would have been better handled without using the Ghostbusters tag. If they
Yeah,
would have made a paranormal movie produced by Saturday Night Live and had these cast members in it, it may have done a lot better than what it did based off of making it a Ghostbusters remake.
right. They tried to capitalize on something that they shouldn't have done. If it was a standalone, I think you're right. I think it would have been a. I think I don't think it would have been as poo-pooed
Mm-hmm.
as it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, same with the Ocean's 11 or the Ocean's 12, whatever the all female Ocean's movie. Like if it was just a female heist movie and not tagged as an Ocean's movie, I think you had enough. I think it would have been I think we would have been looking at something different. I think we would have been looking at like, okay, it's a better movie.
it's
You know what
funny
I
you
mean?
said that because I
But they
completely
tried
forgot
to,
they made that.
but they tried to tag it as an Ocean's movie, and it's not an Ocean's movie. Sorry.
No, yeah, no, I completely forgot they redid that. Wasn't Sandra Bullock in that movie? I
I
can't
want to say she
remember.
was. I can't remember. I've
But
seen it, but it's obviously it didn't really put much of a mention to me because I don't really remember.
right.
Now, what movies do you think should never be remade?
Oh my god! Listen, I have three down for this, and
I have two, but I can think of a million more. But I
right.
have
Oh yeah,
two.
for sure. Um, first and foremost, I'm gonna say The Godfather.
Okay.
I think that is just a movie that is just timeless, and it has. Well, I don't want to say timeless because it's very dated, but it's not necessary. They should not ever try to remake that movie because I don't think like that's up there with like uh, I don't know, Blazing Saddles. I think it would be a very tough movie to remake based on the quote unquote sensitivity of audiences now.
Citizen Kane for me is number
Yes.
one.
Great choice. Great choice. I'm gonna go with Rocky. Even though,
Okay.
yeah, Rocky is just one of those movies that it's up there with Jaws. Like it's hard to make a boxing movie without comparing it to Rocky.
Yeah, it's almost impossible. Like Rocky is the benchmark.
Yeah, 100%. And I can't even go. Even if you can go further back with shit, what's the Ricky Schroeder movie, Raging Bull?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a good freaking movie, though.
yeah, it is.
Ooh, that's a
But
good,
when it
good
comes
movie.
to that sport, Rocky knocks it out of the ring. No pun intended. Um,
I'm going to say my number two is The Princess Bride. I just
ah,
don't think that should ever be touched.
never. I agree. I agree. That
Yeah,
is
it's never be touched. It's just such a, it's And it's not like it's this Academy Award winning,
It should be.
like, yeah, it's not like this Academy Award winning opus of a movie that's like that's transformative or anything like that. It's just a sweet movie that should never be touched.
I cannot agree with you more on that one. So my next one, my last one for the movies that should never be remade, is one that I feel that at some point in time we're going to get. Most likely won't be in our lifetime. But I feel that it is going to be a movie that will be retold at another time. But as of now, it should not. It is damn near perfect the way it is, and it is part of a trilogy. And I'll even classify the trilogy as one that should just not be touched, is Back to the Future.
I knew you were going to say that. I had a feeling I was going to be, and I agree.
That
And I think you're right. I think we are going to see. Um, I think someone's going to put their dick in the mashed potatoes on it at some point in time, and try to.
I'm sorry, that dick in a mashed potato. I could see it right now, and I'm trying not to see it. But no, I agree. It's somebody's gonna have the balls enough to be like, you know what, we need a new Marty McFly, and you see all the like fan castings, like you have, with and it's always the same. It's always the same people. Like Tom Holland can be Marty McFly, and it's always like the same. Timothy Chalamet should be whoever. And
Right.
but yeah, I don't want to ever see a remake of that. What about movies that you're surprised that has not been remade yet?
Well, wait a minute. I have one
Oh,
more for that should not be made.
okay,
And
good.
this is a quickie. Taxi Driver.
Ooh, yeah, that's one that and that's even a movie too that I can't see anybody like being like, you know what, maybe we should remake that because nobody's
It's just
clamoring for it.
so gritty.
Yeah, but then again, uh, just to play devil's advocate, look what they did with True Grit.
Right.
They remade that, and it was practically better than the original. So, I mean, could like I'm. It's possible that somebody, because there's a lot of talented writers out there.
Right.
There could be somebody out there that could make it and make it enjoyable to watch, but it would be a tough sell to watch it to not compare it to the original.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
I'm gonna jump back
Now,
real quick.
what
Oh, go
shouldn't
ahead.
be made?
Yeah, yeah,
Like what I'm surprised that's not made.
yes.
Um, what's going to sound really weird, but I'm really surprised there hasn't been a Puff the Magic Dragon remake.
Hmm. Yeah, that Puff the Magic Dragon is a very dated and niche kind of character.
But I could honestly see like a new version of it.
And
I
you're
could,
meaning like Puff the Magic Dragon lives by the sea.
yep,
Okay, I
the
wasn't gonna.
Disney one where Like
Oh,
I
uh, are you thinking of Peach Dragon?
yeah, Peach Dragon. That's what I meant. Yeah,
Okay,
I don't.
there
Puff
actually
the Magic Dragon just popped in,
was.
but yeah, like Peach Dragon. I'm surprised
Nope,
that there hasn't been like
there has been.
something. Oh, really?
Yes,
That slipped through my fingers. I didn't
they
realize that.
remade it in 2016 with Robert Redford and Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh wow, yeah, that slipped through my fingers. I didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
Carl Urban, Wes Bentley, the
Oh wow, I'm gonna
kid
have to
who
go and
played.
watch it now just to see it.
It's on Disney Plus.
Is it is it any good?
It's not terrible. It's not the whimsical movie that the original was from 1977.
Because I love the
I
original.
did too. I did. I grew up watching that. I
Me too. I
loved
haven't
that
seen it in
movie.
years, but man, I loved it when I was a
Good
kid.
old Mickey Rooney was in that. Um,
Yes,
but I
I
was a
still when
big
he's
fan.
teaching the kid to paint and everything.
It's funny because like I remember vividly sitting on my trailer floor watching that on this big ass long television that had like speakers on each side and had a record player in the top of one side. It had a container in the other, and then you had the tube in the middle. But I remember watching this movie and my dad at the table drawing characters because my dad used to draw a lot, and he would draw like weird characters and stuff like that, and he would draw Peter Pan and Steelers characters in funny looking ways. He could have literally been working for a newspaper making funny cartoons,
Oh,
and
that's cool.
he would be out there just drawing away, smoking a cigarette, like you would see in like the old movies. The only thing was missing was that like visor, that bingo visor.
Hmm.
That was the only thing missing from it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Um, I'm gonna circle real quick back around to another one of my favorite remakes, though, because I didn't get to touch
Okay.
on it. Was Adam Sandler's The Longest Yard. I know I
Oh,
just did
that's
a
a good
rewatch of
one.
that not long ago, like when we were talking about Happy Gilmore too. But The Longest Yard, it's literally a movie that you can watch and forget or not even know that it was a remake from the Burt Reynolds, which I thought was a nice touch that they added Burt Reynolds as a character in The Longest Yard.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I just absolutely love that movie, and it's one of those ones that no matter how many times I've seen it, I will stop the television just to watch it. But one of the movies that I'm very surprised that has not been remade yet, and this was another thing that jump started my my thought of doing this episode. So I saw a meme, and it was obviously AI generated, and I'm like, I cannot believe nobody has remade this movie yet. And I'm happy they haven't. But the image had Will Smith, Vin Diesel on it, and it was Smokey and the Bandit. And
Ooh.
they had Vin Diesel with a robotic arm in the poster for the AI poster. Will Smith was the bad guy, the Buford T. Justice, and Vin Diesel was the bandit. And they had a female role. I don't know if actually the poster. Now I'm thinking about it. The female could have been the Sally Field character, but they could have mixed it up and made her the Jerry Reed sidekick kind of role. But yeah, I'm very surprised that Smokey and a Bandit has been a movie that they have not remade yet.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Or the Gremlins.
They're actually Zach
I know
Galifian
there
or
was
Galligan.
I know there was rumors about them wanting to do it, but I don't think they've ever got the green light though.
Nope, it's in the works. Zach Galligan, who played Billy in 1 and 2, had went on a video and confirmed that a script has been written for Gremlins 3,
Yeah, but like, there's a big difference between having like
a
a
sequel and a
script
reboot.
written, you know, and
This is
then like
true.
actually having the green light to film it.
Well,
You know.
coming from the star, I think that's I think that means it's making more headway. Like if you and I went on and said that we read it or we think that it could be happening, that's one thing. But when the star himself comes on and says that it's in the works, I think there's a little bit more headway with it.
I'd like to hope there is.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
Because
I'd like to hope
I
there
even
is.
liked the
Yeah,
second one. I really did. And
I didn't mind the second one.
no, and I love the whole scene with Hulk Hogan when the screen rips and not the screen but the film tears, and he's like getting ready to go up and kick some ass on some gremlins.
Now, what do you think about? Now, there are some reboots that are on their way out, that are coming out,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm really looking forward to. And a lot of them actually have to deal with television, though. Like I'm looking forward to the new reboot of the X Files.
I haven't heard
That's
that.
come. Yeah, there's a complete reboot of the X Files. It's going to be on Hulu. I believe it's Hulu, and it's already filmed. Everything like that.
Interesting.
It's just there isn't a release date for it already. I can't remember offhand, but it looks pretty interesting. And in fact, Gillian Anderson is going to be doing some like cameos on it, and there's word that David Duchovny is going to come and do some
Nice.
cameos as well. There's going to be a reboot of Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but that's only going to be a 4 episode reboot. And it has the original cast,
I
and
really
it's
enjoyed.
called Life's Still Unfair.
I actually really do enjoy the remakes or reboots, not remakes, the reboots of television series.
I do too. Scrubs, which
Yeah,
I loved Scrubs, so I'm looking forward to that.
Buffy the
Um,
Vampire Slayer. That
yep,
one I'm
Buffy, that's
super
going to be
geeked
cool.
for. Yeah.
And the new Harry Potter for HBO is going to be a shot for shot remake of the original movies. But they're just doing it as a TV series with new people. Um, Not
See,
sure how I feel about that. And then remember the TV show Community?
yeah, Chevy Chase.
Yep, they're doing a community movie.
I'm for it.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
like I think we talked about this before with the for actual films, the werewolf the Wolfman from 41, the original classic, like
Yes.
that's coming out soon, I guess.
Yeah, I want to say late September, I think it was. Maybe early October.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember seeing about that. I mean, but the TV shows, they really do it right. And what I love about it is the fact that they have the power to expand the story. Like, is
Right.
you're fitting so much content. Okay, like and I'm gonna go into the Harry Potter because I'm all for the Harry Potter TV series on HBO Max. And I'll tell you why. Because the books are extensively long. The movies have a 2 hour time frame, really, which so much, in fact, that the last movie had to be broken up into 2 parts. So, could you imagine doing a book where you can give it all the detail that the book has without having to cut anything out within the time span of 12 to 13 episodes?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah.
I am. I want to see them. I can't. I'm really looking forward to it because, like you said, they're going to be able to expand the world. They're going to be able to get more into the weeds with the storylines, with the
Yes.
characters. It'll have better character development and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But the one that I'm looking forward to the most out of all of them is Scrubs.
Yeah. Um, I'm listen. I watched Scrubs when it first aired, and it was definitely a funny show, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Um, oh, man, I wanted to just swing back around to another two that I'm surprised they haven't been remade yet. One is I can feel that one is borderline movies that should not be remade.
Okay.
It's borderline, but I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. Is The Burbs with Tom Hanks and Bruce Dern, Corey Feldman's in it,
Amy
and
and I talk about that movie all the time.
I
That
love
is one
that
of my
movie
favorite
so
movies of
much.
all time. I love
That's a
that
movie
damn
that I
movie.
don't feel should be remade, but I could see it being remade, and I can see them doing like a fresh take on it. But no, I don't believe that it should.
Run to water. Like,
But another one too, I'm surprised it hasn't been remade yet, and I could see it. I wouldn't be mad if they redid it. It's one of those movies that I've watched it as a child. Was The Money Pit, and another Tom Hanks movie.
that was a good movie.
It was, and I could totally see that being remade because
If
it's a relatable topic.
if the foundation's good, it could be redone. It can completely be rebuilt. Yeah.
So with the whole TV series too, and this is just something that is in the works, is they're redoing the Halloween reboots, or they're rebooting the Halloween, and they're doing a TV series. They're doing a whole freaking universe.
Oh
It's
wow.
yeah, it's almost like to the whole Jason thing. They're doing a universe, and the TV is going to be part of the movie, and the movie's part of the TV, kind of one of those things. I'm excited to see it because I don't care how bad a Michael Myers film is, just give me more Halloween. I love it. Um, but the reboot, reimagine, I don't know. There's so many different timelines with Halloween now, but again, they're starting this new one. It's not going to have anything to do with the Blumhouse trilogy that just came out. It's still going to go back and take place after the first movie, the original 78 movie, but it's going to
Okay.
be a whole new storyline.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm for it. Like I said, I don't care. I feel like I'm giving my pitch right now in a sense that I hope to God what I would love to do, or I'd love to see somebody do it. I don't care. I'm a writer. I'm a filmmaker. I would love to do this, but I don't think that I'm in that category enough, high enough on the totem pole to do this. So listen, the my pitch for a storyline, a television series,
Hmm.
I want to see a TV series called Smith's Grove. Like I literally have this written down that I was like, if I could pitch a TV series, I wrote this. It's called Smith's Grove, and it's a psychological horror series set in the infamous sanitarium that once housed Michael Myers. While the shape
Ooh.
remains locked in the depths of the facility, I'm reading this how I wrote it, the presence infects every corner of the institution. The series explores the lives of the doctors, staff, and patients, many of whom have terrifying stories of their own. So it would be Michael Myers is present, okay? But we don't need to necessarily focus on Michael Myers. There is so many other people in Smith's Grove. Why can't we focus on other stories that or other mental patients that's in there? I would love to see a whole story based on that, and then you can still keep Michael Myers in the backdrop to where, you know, and even center it around like maybe the new facility, the new facility doctor is Sam Loomis's niece or granddaughter or something like that. Because really in the movies, you never seen like there was never any kind of inkling that he had a family at one point. I mean, but yeah, maybe more of a niece because like a lot of people might retcon that and be like, well, you know, he was too busy to have kids with Michael Myers' bullshit. Um,
Right.
but yeah, that's my pitch. I want to see a TV series called Smith's Grove about everything else while keeping intact the Michael Myers thing.
That is a great idea.
Oh, shit. Well, I
Yeah,
think we've
that is a
talked a
great
good bit
idea.
today. And I am so happy we got to do this. We recorded a little early today because we both have some things going on today. And of course, we're recording on Sunday, October 31st, which tomorrow is Labor Day. Today is Labor Day. How do you? So it's so meta when we think about like
Right.
the
Yeah.
timeline. It's like, oh God. But yeah, absolutely loving the show. I hope everybody enjoyed getting their geek on with us.
One more thing, real quick. Um, we were talking about like photography, not really, but like shooting and film and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if have you ever heard of a guy named Peter McKinnon?
No.
Um, he is a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he lives up in Canada. And
Listen, I'm so happy you said that because that's how I say Canada. I say
Canada.
Canada. Yeah, everyone looks at me like I'm stupid.
Right. So he lives up in Canada, and his name's Peter McKinnon. And if you are remotely into photography, cinematography, anything like that, watch his YouTube stuff. Um, he is, without a doubt, the most infectious human I've ever seen because he is like the most positive guy. And his stuff is just his photography, everything he does is just it's freaking chef's kiss, and he's teaches you how to do it. He's a professional photographer. He doesn't he's not like trying to pretend like a magician. Actually, he is a magician, but he's not doing like a magician where he's just like, yeah, I'll show you oh so much, but like keep a little bit out. No, he's like be the best you can. Like he's very positive. He wants, and it's just you watch his videos and you're just like, I can set the freaking world on fire. I'm just
That's
trying to be very positive today because yesterday was just a Debbie Downer of a day.
Listen,
Um,
I've been saying that we have way too much negativity in society anymore that we all need. That's why I've been listening to a lot of that Tim Ferriss show. Do me a favor, send me that link to that Peter McKenna,
okay,
and I'll
I
put
mean,
it in the
like
show
I
notes.
love
I'm
it.
going to put
He
the
also
link to
does
that.
this thing called Pete's Pirate Life.
Hmm.
Okay, and like if you know me, you know I love pirates. I have this whole big weird thing about pirates. But like he does this whole thing about pirates, and he makes like he puts out like these limited edition like art type of stuff. The dude is just amazing. I love his shit. I love everything about him. Like he's like my spirit animal. Um, and he's like into punk. He's into everything that like everything cool. He's the dude's just cool, and he's like super nice, very awesome, and follow him on Instagram, just check him out. Trust me, if you're looking for any sort of inspiration, the dude is there. Like I have a big whole list of like nerd stuff that I'm into. Like I love pens and watches and knives and all kind of weird stuff. And he's like all into that stuff as well, like gadgety stuff, cars, like you name it. The dude is just awesome. And if you, like I said, if you just need any sort of inspiration or just want to just see somebody that's just has exudes joy in everything he does, the dude is just infection. Watch him. Peter McKinnon. Pete's Pirate Life. Check his stuff out. Like I said, you'll love it. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, send me
It has
the
nothing to do with nerddom. It's just if you're looking for somebody cool to check out, check him out, please.
send me the
I
link.
have
I'll put it in
and
the show
I
notes.
and I have no dog in his fight whatsoever. I've been following this man for years now, and he inspires me. That's all I got to say. He's very inspirational.
We need to get like a motivational speaker on here and like do a positivity episode.
Oh, that would be
Like
cool.
just do like a positive life attitude
Every once in a while,
episode.
I'll just do kind of like a men's health check. You know what I mean? Like a men's mental health check. Because it
Right.
doesn't. Because if we don't do it for ourselves, who the hell is going to do it for us?
Right. But
And I'm
not to
sorry, I know
dismiss
I know I've been
females
going on
too.
like weird tangents today when it comes to this stuff,
No,
but I
it's
mean
all good.
like men's suicide is through the roof. It really is. Men's suicide is through the roof. And I know when the lights go out and the demons come to dance, we all have every one of us have something going on, and every one of us can benefit to talk to somebody, to have somebody in our life. And if you don't have anybody in your life and I don't know you, just reach out to me. I'll talk to you I'll talk you off the ledge if I have to. um okay, with that said, I'm done with this sort of stuff, but
And you can
sorry
send
about
those
that.
emails to lights camera pop pod at outlook.com. Um, and you can email us anything, questions, answers, solutions, problems, concerns, just want to say hi.
Just want to
You can,
talk.
or just want to talk. Yeah, you can send it right over there. If you have any show ideas, email us. And on that
If
note,
you do cool shit,
if you do cool shit, yes, email us.
we will talk to you. We would love to talk to you. And remember, Weird Al 2026.
Oh, we almost let it slip. I'm glad you said it
Almost,
because
man. Almost, man. I had to catch that. I caught that one on the fly.
there was a video saying that there is dropping hints. Like it's already written in the wall because as we know, America's royal couple got engaged, and
Yes.
it's already written on the wall that T Swizzle is going to be the halftime performer. And now I can't remember. Did I send you the link of that?
I don't think.
I can't remember, but yeah, I'll have to find it and send it to you. But basically, there have been a lot of hints as been dropped that she will be there performing. And
I'll be honest with you, like it doesn't surprise me.
it wouldn't
But then
surprise me
again,
either.
okay, if Al doesn't get it for 2026, then 2027, I will die on this damn hill.
You know what? Everybody, share this. Reach out to Weird Al and tell him Lights Camera Pop wants him on the show.
Yes, yes. If you can get Weird Al on this podcast, my heart will probably explode. But it would be awesome. If anybody out there has any connection or anything to any way, Weird, if you're listening, Mr. Al, if
Mr.
for any
Al.
reason that you're just, I don't know, sprawling through whatever podcast app that you tend to like, and you come across this, please, my friend, be on this podcast.
I'm
Please, I implore you. I will pay you. I got like $30.
I think I got 7 cents in my little box over there,
Yeah, I
but
mean,
I'll
like,
throw it in.
I could scrounge up like 30, maybe 40. Like, I got bills, man. But you know,
I got a
I'm
Lego.
willing to go up to $45 to have Weird Al on this show.
And I have a Leatherface duck.
I can do some trades. I got some comics.
Right?
I mean, like, we can make it happen. I'll do what I need to do.
I'm all for it. Come on, Weird Al. Bring it on. Lights, Camera, Pop wants you. On that note, everybody, have a great week. Have a safe Labor Day. And we will be seeing you real soon. Don't forget to follow us on Lights, Camera, Pop on Instagram, Facebook, and Nomad_Comics_Collectibles over on Instagram as well. So
have fun, guys. Be safe. Go eat some burgers and some dogs.
woo woo. Later, guys.
See ya.